Hello everyone. I do apologize for being a few minutes late. I am Danette Herrera. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is Savvy Stamps. Tonight we're going to be doing a half one sheet wonder. So we're going to take half of a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper, and we're going to create 6 cards. I struggle a little bit with simple stamping, but it's very much simple stamping. You get some lovely, stunning cards. And the beautiful designer series paper we're going to be using is True Love. It's a black and white, double-sided designer series paper in the January to June mini catalog. So, without further ado, let me flip you over and we shall begin. One second. There we go. So, I have to give credit where credit's due also. The original design for the cuts was created by Sue Vine. She's a UK, I believe it's UK, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Let me bring it up just a hair. My stand wants to give me a hard time at the second. There you go. Okay. So how is everyone this evening? I hope you are all well. I'm just going to pull you all up on my iPad so I can make sure when you jump on that I can comment and that everything's straight and you can see me everything well. I was just speaking to my husband, praying for all those in Dallas in that devastating crash. He's out in Texas and the weather is brutal. Apparently it's going to be brutal. So, okay, we are good to go. Hopefully we'll have some folks hop on in the next minute or so. So what we're going to do, let me pull you over just a hair. Just want to make sure everything's in view. So we're going to create these 6 cards. I used I just want to make sure again, I'm sorry there's a little delay, so I want to make sure everything is in sight. So we're going to create these 6 cards. The sentiments all came from the Art Gallery stamp set. They just have a nice variety. I miss you, happy birthday, congratulations, good luck, sorry, thank you, best wishes, you are lovely, and I'm thinking of you. So if you want to, oh, hello, Sarah. I wanted, if you want a good variety of cards, and that's what I was looking to create, some simple cards with a nice variety, if you wanted to use them as a gift, or just to have a little of everything. So the 6 cards we create with a half a sheet, I did happy birthday, I miss you, best wishes, and I kept it simple, good luck, and I'm thinking of you. Oop, got a glue dot on there. And thank you. So you have a little variety. So this could also make a lovely gift. You can put it in one of our acetate boxes, or you can make a nice gift box and make hey Brandy, make a lovely gift as well. And I personally love black and white. My older half-sister, when she got married, she did a black and white wedding and I thought it was stunning. But we're gonna keep it simple. Even the embellishments, all I did was color some rhinestones with our alcohol markers. So we can get through these 6, you can create 6 pretty easily and pretty quickly. So, other than your 12 by 12 designer series paper, the other elements you're gonna need, and I have all the, don't worry about the cuts, like the dimensions for everything. I did put all the dimensions and some pictures up on my blog. It'll post in the morning. So we're gonna have 3 extra pieces, and these measure 5 1/4. Thank you, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yes, by 4. I embossed this one with the. Let me tell you what I embossed them with. Okay, so this one is the new Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. And that's part of the Fine Arts This one is from the Tasteful Textiles. These are my 3 favorite, as you all can tell. And then this one is the Supples embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder, and that gives you, I don't know if you guys can see that, this one. Try and angle it a little bit. Okay, so those 3 pieces you'll need, and I pre-embossed them. The other thing you'll need is this black cardstock. So this is going to measure, I gotta double check if I put this. When the video's over, I will double check the blog and make sure I put the measurements for the black one. This measures though 4 1/4 by 3 5/8. So you're gonna need 3 at 3 1/4. Let me say it again. You're gonna need 3 pieces that are 4 1/8 by 3 5/8. Then you're gonna need 2 pieces, well, 2 pieces that measure 5 1/2 by 2 1/4. And then 1 piece that measures 4 1/8 by 1 3/4. 4 1/8 by 1 3/4. Okay, so that's that. Then the other thing you'll need is we're gonna have our card bases. I like thick Whisper White. This is actually basic white. This is the new basic white. I ran out of the thick Whisper White. I like it just as well. I think it's a little bit brighter than our Whisper White. Let me see if I still have one. I think I have 1 piece of the old Whisper White. 1. Okay, so this is the new bright basic white, and this is Whisper White. So I don't know if you could tell, slight different. This is a bit brighter, a little whiter, but the weight and everything seems exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to have 4 card bases. So to achieve these, you're going to score down the middle this way at 5 1/2 and cut at 4 1/4. And that's going to give you your fold at the top. Then you need 2 bases. So you're going, this one's the opposite direction. So you're going to score at 4 1/4 and cut at 5 1/2. So you'll have your 6 bases. Now the sheet I used here of this designer series paper, I used up. So you guys tell me which one you want to use on this card, left or right. And that's the one we'll cut up. Hello, Beth. I do like this paper. I like because you could color it, but I love it just plain the way it is. And that's what tonight I was looking for, a nice gift set for cards and pretty much quick and easy. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a second. Do you want the one on the right? Miss Ann saying the one on the right. And again, I'll have the dimensions. Don't worry about, I'm going to show you how to cut it. Super easy, but don't worry about the other dimensions. They'll all be on my blog tomorrow. Okay, one on the right it is. And let me put that aside. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is just cut it in half. So you're going to take your whole 12 by 12 piece and cut it in half. Can you guys see okay still? I feel like I'm not in frame right tonight. I don't know why. Does it need to be higher? Will that help you guys? I don't know why this is not cooperating tonight. Brandy, how you doing with all that cold weather? I saw that wreck in Dallas. It was horrible. Better? Can you see better? I'm trying to get, let me move all this stuff up. Maybe if I just move everything up. Wish it'd stay where I put it. Okay, better. All right, so we're gonna cut this right down the middle. So now we have this piece. You can do the same thing or you use it for something else. So now you have your half piece. Now this half piece, what we're going to do is cut it at 4 inches, straight down the middle. I'll have that piece. We'll deal with that in the middle. Now this piece, we're going to rotate it and we're going to cut it at 3.5. So we're going to 1, 2, 3. So you have these three pieces, and then you're going to have this little bit left. Okay, so now this long strip is 2.5 inches wide. No, 2 inches wide. Now we're going to cut it at 5.5 twice. So 5.5, and then 5.5. So the only scrap that we're not going to use is that itty bitty piece. So that's all our cutting. So not bad, right? So now let me have that sheet back. So it'll look like this. I'll get this out of the way. So that's the other half. So this is the half we cut. So you have your 1, 2, 3 pieces here, and then your 1, 2 pieces there, and that little bitty piece here. Let me see if you guys can see if it, Lord help me today. Can you guys see that? I'm going to give the camera a second to catch up. There, you can see it. You got it? Okay, so pretty easy, right? Here we go. Okay. And then there's our scrap. So now for the first card, I did Happy Birthday. We just, again, all the sentiments came from this art gallery stamp set. I just think it had a really nice variety. Oh, that's best wishes. I wanted a happy birthday. What did I do with happy birthday? I've used this stamp set so much. When you have photopolymer, and some of you might know this, and you use it often, it gets kind of dusty, and when it does, it doesn't want to stick. So you just have to wash it off with some soap and water, and then it cooperates for you. Now, because it's photopolymer, we need a mat. So this is just my Stamparatus pad. So what I'm going to stamp it on, I took, now again, if you want to make it simple, you could use your punches. You can mix it up anyway. I used a variety. What I do is with all my scrap pieces, I take whatever dies I have, the stitched shape dies, or the Tasteful Textiles, or my squares, and I just run it through and make a whole bin of labels is how I do it. Or they have that great new die that does all the labels. So in this particular case, I used the second smallest nested, what is this called? Nested something, I can't remember the name of that one. What is that one called? It's gonna make me crazy if I don't look it up. Stitch nested labels. So I had it right, I just doubted myself. So what I did with that was take the second smallest stitched oval, and I just layered it up. So we're gonna stamp on here. This is just Memento. You could use whatever black you choose. Stampin' Up! Actually still has its black. We have, let me get up in here so you guys can see. Hopefully I'll get it straight. Going to the eye doctor tomorrow, yes. Getting my new glasses. Able to see better. Okay, so that's that one. So easy peasy, right? Told you they're pretty quick. So now all we're gonna do is layer this onto your nested label. And oops, and your sentiment is done. Okay, now this particular one I used this. So we're gonna back that, and because it's 5.5 long, you're not gonna have a border all the way around on this one. And I'm okay with that. I like that sometimes. We're just gonna have a border from the top, the edges. We're not gonna have the two sides. So I'm just gonna put some Stampin' Seal. And line that up here. There you go. And then this is the card that opens at the top. So your score is going to be at the top. So that's the one you cut in half at 4 1/4. And that gives you this. So all we're going to do is then going to take this and it's going to go right to the top. Now this one, if because it's right to the top and the bottom, sometimes I just barely touch it, and if you put the card like flat on your surface, then you know you've got it lined up perfectly. That's what I tend to do, is just kind of make sure it's lined up that way. And all we're going to do is use some dimensionals on your sentiment, and card 1 done. Told you, pretty quick and easy to put together. And I think they make really fun, like I'm going to gift mine, really fun gifts to hand somebody. Okay, now what I did with the rhinestones. Oh, I buried them. I personally love basic rhinestones and pearls because I color them a lot. I want some small ones, I think. Oh, we could use a variety. So all you do with, am I in camera again? Your Stampin' Blends is, look at that end of that one. That's my bad one. I have a bad one and a good one. Is just color them so you can match any color you got. But I wanted to keep, I didn't get I thought I had ordered the matte black ones and I heard they're gorgeous, but I did not order them. I thought I had, but I didn't. I like kind of putting a variety of like big and small. So I'm okay with the mixed up sizes. Sometimes I do all one size, but okay, that one's done. Now you could put something on the inside. What is that on there? You could put something on the inside. I left these plain. But you could easily just put a strip of the designer series paper inside. So there's one. Okay, so now the next one, I did, well, let's get the next big strip. Okay, so the next 5 1/2 strip, to break it up, what I did was line it up on this side and then put I Miss You on this side. So we mix it up just a little bit. So again, a top fold card. So that's cut at 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to layer up our black piece of cardstock. This black piece is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 because you just want it slightly bigger than your designer series paper. Again, it's going to be right at the top and right at the bottom, so really just kind of get right to the edge of your paper, and really what you're looking at it, I try and get it as even as I can on each side. So your border on each side is good. See, once you do your cuts, I told you these are pretty fast to put together. So now this one I'm going to kind of go more towards this. I very gently put it on here. I'm not really putting it down. I want to make sure it's even, so I put it down there. Wait a minute, I feel like it's slightly skewed. I didn't even push that down. Let me pull it over. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to take, this one is slightly smaller than the other one. So this is the smallest one. And we're going to just take a slightly smaller stitched oval. This is the smallest one. Let's put that out of the way. And now we're going to stamp I Miss You. Again, all from the Art Gallery stamp set. Sorry. I have the hardest time with the photopolymer and my eyes. I'm constantly losing them. Like the other day I lost a hello from another set, and then I found it stuck on one of the blocks inside my case. I have a clear case and they're clear blocks. On my defense, the DSP is called True Love Designer Series paper. It is found, let me pull my catalog out. I'll tell you right where it is, Miss Connie. It's part of the Fine Art Suite. It's on page 11. True Love Designer Series paper. It's the one on the bottom. Hello, Miss Tracy. How are you? So, what am I doing here? Let's get this back. Silicone mat. Just going to put that in the center. Oops, center, not off-centered. There we go. Okay. And again, I'm just going to pop this up on dimensionals. So, I told you I have a hard time with simple sometimes, but I think in this case it's nice. You can make quite a few cards quickly. And again, you know, if you put it in a set and wanted to even put it in a little envelope, it wouldn't be super bulky. Alright, I ran out of small rhinestones, so I gotta break another package open. Yeah, on my defense, let me show you too. I have clear blocks and I have this great I got on Amazon. It fits all the blocks perfectly, but it's a clear case. It's meant for the refrigerator, I think, or the pantry. But it fits all our blocks in there. But clear, clear, and clear. And then I lose the photopolymer stamp sets in it. Thank you, Tracy. Sorry guys, let me pull this open. Okay, so let's color some smaller ones or just different ones. I'll go with the medium. Yeah, I just love black and white. Classic, kind of, can't go wrong with black and white. Although, have any of you guys used, can you color it with blendables? Oh, what do you mean by blendables? The brushes? Or the Stampin' Right markers? I don't know about the Stampin' Right. I think it'd wipe off with the Stampin' Right because the alcohol. Oh, I did thank you. It's supposed to be I miss you. See, I can't talk and chew gum. Okay, so we'll have to mix it up. It was meant to be miss you, but it doesn't matter as long as we have a variety of sentiments. So that's that one. I don't know. Let's try. Do you want to try? Let's try it. Let's try a color that we can do, though. Here. Let's get this sheet. I don't know because it's our ink, and I know that it's water-based, and it comes off, is what I'm thinking, because the Stampin' Blends are alcohol, so it grabs the alcohol. So let's see. Oh, well, let's see if it'll stay. That's really pretty. Good call, Miss Connie. Let's see. Okay, let's give it a second to dry. It colored them. It colored them really pretty. Almost like, can you see? Almost like iridescent. But let's give it a second and dry and see if it it rubs off. Because I know with the regular markers, sometimes they tend to rub off. Okay, so now this one we're gonna make I Miss You. Let me make sure because I do want a variety because I am gonna gift these out. And my whole goal was to make a variety of greetings for someone. Best wishes. Where's I Miss You? Oh, right here. Okay. So let me get that out. And then I won't mess it up. Okay, so now this one is the side. We just used it at the side. So it's still a card base that's cut at 4 1/4 and scored, scored at 5 1/2. but we're just going to do it sideways this time. Now we're going to take one of our bases. This is a regular layer that you would layer of the basic white that I use the Supples embossing folder on. So we're going to take this layer, and now we're going to use, where is it? That one piece. Remember when we cut the first strip, we had 3 the same and then that one smaller one? Now we're onto that one smaller one. So we're going to layer this up, and this little piece here should, layer all the way around. And this one is 4 1/8 by 1 3/4. So let me get my gel mat back. I think that the first alcohol marker Stampin' Up! Came out with, oh, I think I wasn't around then. I don't remember them, so I must not have been around them. Either that or I was new and there was a lot, so maybe I didn't get them. I don't remember them, so I don't think I was around. If they're alcohol markers, I think it'll work. I think the problem with our ink, regular ink, is that it's water-based. And because it's water-based, I believe that's the problem. That it's water-based and it's not going to, what side am I using this one? It's not going to stay, but I could be wrong. Let's see if it stayed. Let's go back to it now. No, rubs right off. Yeah, so that's the problem. You can't use the water ones because it'll rub right off. Now let me clean my hands because I have ink all over now. Poppy Parade I had to pick too, right? There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm just putting a little glue. I back that with the basic black. Sure I am. Let's try another glue. There we go. Okay. Gonna come over just a bit. I think I cut this one just a little down right here. Okay, now again we're going to use the second largest oval and the smallest stitched oval, one in black and one in white, and this time we'll do I Miss You. There we go. We'll glue that here. Little dab will do ya. Second. We're going to use dimensionals. Get this out of the way. What do I do with my dimensionals? I don't know how I could lose things that are right in front of me. But it happens on every Facebook Live. There, I have too much white on the desk, I guess. Okay, so we're just going to put a couple dimensionals on the back. And then we're going to take, I still haven't glued this down. This is still our layered one. Now you could add, there's that great black and white twine if you wanted. This is from the, what's that cute set with the doggies? What is that set, Kim? That would be pretty and stuff, but again, I just kind of really wanted, my goal was to keep it simple. With not, you know, if you didn't have a lot of product or you just wanted to do a quick. And then if you make it a gift, the more bulk you have sometimes, you know, the harder it is. I didn't wait quite long enough for that one to dry. Whoops, come on, cooperate. Probably should be using the glue end. Okay. Now I'm just going to glue this down onto the card base. And then that one's done for you. Pampered Pets, thank you. Yes, that's a good black and white twine that would go. Or you can color the crinkle, the white crinkle ribbon. That colors really well. I color that to make it match whatever we wanted to. So there we go. There's two more. Now this one I created, and this is one of the labels that comes with, that matches the art gallery one. And that I'm thinking of you is a little longer. So I paired it with the label that comes from the Tasteful Textile one. So this is where now we have the 3 left, the 3 square ones, kind of. They're not really square, but square ones. So we're gonna mat that. 3 of the same mats, and these are 4 1/8 by 3 5/8. And don't stress, the measurements will be up on my blog tomorrow. Sorry. When you get older and have these progressive lenses, as soon as they slide down my face, I'm out of focus. Okay, now I chose to layer this one up on, where'd my card go? Oh, right here. Up on the, Lord help me, what is this called? The art gallery one. What is this one called? Painted Textures 3D embossing folder. I don't know, just when I get all the names down, then I'm on to the next thing and I forget them. Although there's a few favorites. I was pulling out some old stuff. And this one I kind of just centered it. I mean, obviously it's going to be more border on the sides than the top and the bottom, but I centered it on that. Then you're going to take your label. I've already cut it. This is the die that matches the set. And then you're going to take that longer one. Let's put it up on a block. If I had more blocks, I suppose I could have had them all mounted. And, oh, good thing it landed on the dimensionals. Did you see that? I threw the memento. Let me clean that up, because I know me, I will land in it. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see if I can center it without my head being in the way. I'll take it. Okay, let me put the lid on that because apparently I'm throwing ink. Okay, where's my label? So now as I did was center it in the middle of this. Couldn't really find one because it was longer, and then I was going to offset it with like a round one, but this is what I came up with. Let me shift it. Oh, it is a little crooked. Okay, leave it dry a second. Now we're going to put it up on dimensionals. It's a little longer, we'll do 3. I know, it did jump. Thank you. You saved me. It wasn't me knocking it. It just jumped. I love it. Off to work, Wendy. Have a blessed night, honey. Be safe. Okay. I'm going to kind of put it. And there really isn't much of a layer. Usually I put a dimension on one side and glue the other, but it really worked. It was fine. Didn't. Now this, I tried the little pearls for something different, but to be honest with you, I kind of liked the rhinestones, so I think I'm just going to stick with the rhinestones. Just color a couple more. It'll dry in a second. Now, this card base is, I think this one, right? Yes. I mean, and you could put whatever direction you want it to go in. This is just how I did it. It's easy enough once you get the cut to flip it any way you like. Oh, I know why I did the little pearls on this one, because you can't see. Well, we can leave the rhinestones. We could do that, just leave them a little sparkly. Just because I'm being lazy, I don't want to dig out my pearls. I forgot I used the pearls on that one. It's been a good day, but it's been a very busy day for me. Yeah, I'll show you when I did do the flowers. Tonight I'm not. I just wanted to really show you how easy it is to create. Like, you know, really once you cut the paper, you really could easily make these 6 cards in less than an hour. I would say about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But I will show you one I backed. I didn't do a, I'll show you in a second. Let me glue this down. Okay, so there's that next one. Okay, I did one, but I didn't make it black and white. And same cut I did another set, but this is the one I used. I colored with Poppy Parade, and then I offset this a little bit. But the same cut, I did the same way. I just backed it a little different, didn't make them black and white. So you absolutely, I love coloring the flowers. So yeah, that's the same cuts though that I did for these. I just made a little different set. Okay. Good luck. Now this one I wanted to come out a little different because they're all layered on, you know, these are all the same size. So I want them to look a little different, especially because I've decided I'm going to gift them. Why did I turn it around? It really doesn't matter. Okay, so now this one is that Supples? No. Tasteful Textiles. So all I did for this one is I glued it down, but I glued it down kind of on an angle just to offset it a little bit. So, because they're going to be matchy, but I don't want them to all be the same. I wanted them to be different when they open it up. And I'll pull out a acetate box, and I use the second smallest stitched oval, and this was a Good Luck one. This porcelain, I've used this a lot, so it's dirty. I need to go take it to get washed. Okay, stop sticking to my finger. Here we go. The Memento's behaving now for me. Because it wasn't right. Only joking. Okay. We're almost done. And then when I show you, actually maybe I'll do that. I need to do a video to post on YouTube this week. Maybe I have a box, measurements and a recipe for a box that fits 4 cards. You might be able to fit 6. I think you probably could fit 6 with the envelopes. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll put on my blog the measurements for that. That way if you, oops, you wanted to gift it. Yeah, you gotta give that glue a second to dry. Shifted my whole sentiment. And you know, you could use any glue. It's just when it is embossed, it's just a personal preference. For me, it's embossed, and I kind of like the liquid glue because it kind of gets in the crevices. And I find like it holds that layer down. If you're gonna glue it down, better. Okay, are you stuck? Yes. Okay, now we're gonna put the dimensionals on there with my colored. Oh, you know what? I always forget to use the black ones. I could have been using the black ones the whole time. Always forget to use them. I'm a creature of habit. Yes. Good thing. Better behave. Okay. So we'll just stick a couple of these wherever. And you know, they say you use odd numbers, you know, kind of make a triangle. But I don't think there's any right or wrong. You could use as many or as little as you like. Okay, last one. See, so once you get the cuts, really the cutting, and if you have the dimensions, it goes pretty fast. You could easily create 6 cards really pretty fast. Oh, did I do the wrong thing with this one? I wanted to open this way. Oh, I did. Hold on. I cut the wrong card base the wrong way. All right, guys, hang on one second. I gotta cut a base. Oh, grabbed too many. Okay. So this is the one we're gonna score at 5.5. And then you turn it and you're going to cut it at 4 1/4. Out of my way, please. 4 1/4. Make sure it's lined up good. And then you have your 2 bases. I don't know how I missed that base, but I did. Put the other one aside and save it for later. Okay. Best wishes. Bring this back. Oh, my best wishes is missing here. Good luck. Well, I guess it just has to be a different one. Best wishes. Here we are. And you guys can make it anything you want. If you want them all birthday, you do whatever sentiment. I just, again, wanted a variety. Okay, so this is the smallest oval. And then we're going to put it on the smallest nested label die. All right, put you away because you're not listening very well. So we're going to glue this here, and I'll give it a second to dry while I do the other stuff. I got to hold it up and see if it's straight. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to take our last piece of designer series paper and glue it up. I'm throwing rhinestones. And glue it onto our black cardstock. Yeah, so the cuts, when you cut the, oh, I ran out. When you cut the black cardstock, you won't use one whole piece of cardstock, but it's pretty easy because you're cutting like 3 of the same, 2 of the same, 1 of the same. So it really is quick to create the cuts in the cards. Okay, so what I did for this one is just layer it on top. And again, I did not do anything on the inside, but I'm going to pull out an acetate box. I have them right here and show you. You put the envelopes in them. And I like, I will do that. I like, I stamp my envelopes, but a lot of times what I do is just use that designer series paper and do my lid of my envelope. Okay, so these are just the rest of the ones I had colored. Oh, did I put a... Look, I put the black ones right in front of me and still didn't use it. I am such a creature of habit, it's horrible. Not even for my own good there. I don't know what my problem is. I never remember to pull out those black ones. Okay, so quick and easy, right? We got 2 of everything. A variety of sentiments. Pretty quick and easy. So now let me show you quickly what you can do with an envelope, and then I'll show you that acetate box that they can fit in. How am I doing for time? Am I keeping you guys over? So this is what I usually do for my envelopes. You can use regular Stampin' Seal, but no, that's not white enough. I'll use that one. But I prefer liquid glue for this because I think it seals it down nicely, but I just go right on the edge of the lip of the envelope, the lid, lip, whatever this part is, the lippy lid. And then, oh, I got glue on the other side. And then you bring it, oh, I don't want to waste. If you bring it to the edge there, one edge, doesn't matter what edge, look at that. And then just give it a second, and then what I do is, while the glue's still, make sure it's all the way to the end. And give it a second to dry. Then when you open it, you just take your paper snips and cut around it. Come on. Now you could have cut a lot of the bulk away. It would have made it easier to cut it. I'm just being slightly lazy. Now I see the line in there from the glue, so I just use my bone folder and kind of spread the glue out. But see, look how pretty that is with that coordinated set. Now the acetate, where's my acetate boxes? I know they're right here. Hold on. Yeah. This is our acetate box. So this is what they look like. You guys know they're in our annual catalog. And they're already scored and done for you. So got to work with them a little bit because it's little. Let me use the bone folder. When it gives me a hard time like that, I just use the bone folder and I fold on the score line. Because it's that acetate, it is strong. And now it should cooperate better. Let's put that flap in. Me and clear things don't get along very well. And you know what? I should have did all the sides instead of just those sides. Okay. Next time, if you do all the sides, then it would work. But let's see. Let me grab 3 more envelopes. I think you could do all 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6 envelopes and 6 cards and see if they fit in there well. I haven't tried this, so, but I think that you can fit all the 6 of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this would be 6 cards and the 6 envelopes. Now let's see if we get them in there. Okay, it would help if I had it straight. And you could decorate the box. Obviously, put a piece of designer series paper, ribbon. There's multiple ways to. So it's a little snug, but they do fit in perfectly. I'll get that one to go down. Why are you not going down? You're stuck on my embellishment. So it does work. If you folded the box better, I would use your bone folder and go over all the creases, but it would make a pretty gift. Yeah, I do like the acetate boxes. They're nice. I don't think I have it in here. There's a trick, I should do another Facebook and do it, where you could cut the acetate box in half. So picture this cut in half with the bottom closed. And I have instructions where you put one on one half and one on the other, and you put envelopes on one side and cards in the other, and it makes like a little purse. I saw that years ago. I think it was Francine Martin, one of the demonstrators. But yeah, if you fold all the, see, it goes to better together better now because I folded it. But if you fold it first and not struggle like I did. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's, and tomorrow I've already put it up, and I will go back and check that I put all the basic black measurements up on there as soon as this Facebook ends, the live ends. So let me switch around so I can say goodnight. So I hope you enjoyed today's Facebook live. I also am trying, I have not posted this week yet, but I will by the weekend, a video up on YouTube, and I'm trying to do, oh, you can emboss the boxes. Good to know, Wendy. I'd like to try that. I have not tried embossing them. But if you go over on my YouTube channel, I'm posting weekly videos over there of different various projects as well. It's just my name, Danette Herrera, right now. I need 100 subscribers to name my channel. So I'm working on it. It's new and we're getting there. But again, thank you for joining me this evening. Y'all stay safe and have a blessed week, and I will see you again next week. Take care.